Well, good evening everybody and welcome. It's Umana Reyer Venezia and Rosa Radom in regular season Group C action. It's January the 9th, the first time we're in action in 2018 in the Basketball Champions League. A happy new year to everybody. And an intriguing matchup here in Venice, as Rosa Radom are almost in a must-win situation to retain any hope of progressing in the Basketball Champions League out of the regular season. Here is the schedule in Group C for game day 10. 2 games today, 2 tomorrow. Estudiantes and Strasbourg are the other game this evening, in Banvit and Ike and Meda Beirut and Petro Olympia will play tomorrow evening in Group C. This group is unbelievably close. Rosa Radom, one team, if when you see the schedule, the standings, that have really struggled. Had a 1-point win, the only win they've had, at Banvit of all places. One of the places it's so tough to win, and they're the current group leaders. And you can see how close it is. Where you could argue, well, definitely argue 7 teams still in very close contention for places in the last 16. And Rosa Radom, on a 1-8 record, need to stay in touch mathematically with progressing by getting the win here in Venice. Going to be a tough ask after their 10-point defeat in Poland in the first half of the regular season. The Palliasport Tarrisio is the place that welcomes Rosa Radom. Kevin Punter's had a marvelous Basketball Champions League season. 18.3 points he averages, and the combination with Ryan Harrow is the combination that keeps Rosa Radom alive, if not kicking, in this Group C. A unique facility, this facility, the home of Umana Reyer Venezia. And this lineup that started very, very well in Group C, had a couple of setbacks, and currently sits in that very congested tie for third place, 5-way tie for third place, currently in Group C. A lot of continuity in the Umana Reyer Venezia lineup. Marquez Haynes, Leroy Peric, Marquez Green, amongst those that have been here for the last few seasons. The veteran Thomas Ress didn't play at all at the weekend, but often puts up some reasonable numbers in the Basketball Champions League. Both teams had games in their domestic competition after the New Year break. Rosa Radom currently sitting 9th in the Polish League, 8-7. Had a 1-point loss on the road at Asseco. Whereas Umana Reyer Venezia had a narrow win over Pescara, and currently sit 4th in the Italian First Division. Getting into player introductions here in Venezia as Rosa Radom are introduced to the crowd. And Rosa Radom, as we say, it's about tempo for them. The game they won in Banvit, the 49-48 win, where they kept Banvit pointless for the last 3 minutes of the game and managed to sneak the win away from home. And not many teams go to Turkey and win on the floor of Banvit. But the only win that Rosa Radom have had, and they've had some narrow losses admittedly, but the win over Banvit is their single win in this group. Coach Kaminski for Rosa Radom. Tough league, the Polish league, becoming increasingly competitive. Crowd on their feet. The home team going to be introduced to the fans here in Venezia. A crowd that is becoming very used to success. Marquez Haynes leads them out 31 years old. A lot of experience in this lineup. Half the lineup on the experienced side of 30, should we say. And after their success in the Italian League last year, their Final Four appearance in the Basketball Champions League in Season 1, this team has expectation. And with expectation comes pressure, but almost the pressure on the opponent as well of trying to take on a team that has an expectation to be successful. Mitchell Watt, last man out, the 28-year-old American for Walter de Rafael. Really had a game at the weekend. Tremendous performance in the win over Pescalo. So pressure of different sorts for these two teams. Obviously, Venezia have that pressure of a five-way tie in third place, only one game back on the group leaders, and it's so congested that they need to pick up a win against a team that everybody else has won against. So they don't want to drop a game here that will put them under pressure in the head-to-head type battle. So a return to the Final Four is the objective, and a win this evening is a must. Here are the members of the third team on the floor. Mr. Mastre, Marquez and Yilmaz from France, Portugal and Turkey respectively. And as we always say, their teamwork as important as the other two teams on the floor.
France, umpire Mr. Paolo Marques from Portugal, and Mr. Zafer Yilmaz from Turkey. And the score table, timekeeper Mr. Marco Alessio.
Rosa Radom's issues. Here's their starting lineup. Marcin Chawitz, Jaroslav Trojan, Ryan Harrell, Patrick Alder, and Kevin Punter. Alder's important, very, very important at the power forward spot. 17 points in the loss in the first game between these two teams, and Coach Kaminsky needs to, well, let's put a fight. He needs a win if he has any aspirations to continue in the Basketball Champions League in this season. The starting lineup for Venezia with Haynes, Pelic, Tuno, Orlik, the Lithuanian guard, Mitchell Watt, who for me is the glue that holds this roster together. Build it from the inside out, and with the experience of Haynes at the guard spot and Pelic at the forward spot, it's a nice combination. And Walter de Rafael, he's going to repeat the trip to the Final Four, needs to keep knocking off games like this at home if he wants to make the last 16. It's going to go right down to the wire in this group. And if it wants, the one thing that may give Rosa Radom the chance to get back into contention, even if it's a mathematical long shot, is the fact that this group is competitive, is the fact that there will still be mathematically in with a chance of getting into the top four. But it has to start for them today, and it has to start with a win here in Venice, and that is not an easy task. Rosa Radom will need to keep the tempo under control. They don't want this one to get out of hand. Only averaging 77 points, ranked 24th in the Basketball Champions League. Rosa Radom in terms of points for. They're not the best rebounding team by any stretch of the imagination either. 36 rebounds a game, and they do not get a lot of easy looks. Only 14 assists, which tells you how tough they have found it to score. They've had to make big plays throughout this Basketball Champions League season. And let's see, just do not waste possessions. Only 9 turnovers in their game at the weekend in the Italian League, averaging nearly 20 assists a game. They move the ball incredibly well, share the basketball, and treat it like it should be, a very precious commodity. So wherever you're joining us from, it's a warm welcome to northeastern Italy in Venice. Umana Reyer Venezia in the burgundy uniform, Rosa Radom from Poland in the white. Now we're underway here. First day of Basketball Champions League action in 2018. And Venezia will have the first look at it in the half court. Haynes will enter it to the wing, almost stolen. Inside, outside, Peric will reverse it. Haynes thinks about it, doesn't like the look, looks inside, nothing there. 7 on the possession. Tona puts it on the floor, takes the little ball fake, puts up the rainbow-like 2, doesn't get the drop, and very passive start for Venezia. Ryan Harrow gets it into the half court. Rosa Radom looks to reverse it off that ball screen. Skips to the ring for 2, and again, Venezia's defense as passive as their offense first time out. They trailed in the first period, 16 points at the end of 1. Venezia trailed by 3 at the half. So they won it by 26 points in the final quarters 2, 3, and 4. But 7 points in the first quarter, came out cold on the road, and they look as cold here at home against Rosa Radom. Punter needs a pass, gets it back, takes the tough one on the baseline, gets the soft touch for 2. Weird, sort of almost silent atmosphere here in Venezia. That'll liven up the crowd, though. Orlik just stroked it. No defense at all against the high-scoring Lithuanian. Punter is blocked by Peric. Chance to run. They're off to the races, but Tunok gives it a little time to move it down the floor. Peric tries to back in early, has to try to create a little space and takes it out of the corner. Orlik puts it on the floor, goes to the middle, right hand in the lane for 2. Tough move, took some contact. Soft touch for Jeremias Orlik. All 2 meters of him. Handles the ball really well. Left-hand runner in the lane is no good. Defensive rebound is collected by Watt, and Venezia have a chance to run. All right, Peric comes off his knee. That'll belong to Rosa Radom. That pretty much sums up Venezia so far. It's a little passive on the penetration. Didn't really take it strong to the hoop. Turns it over. Ryan Harrow in the half court. Just simply have to win, Rosa Radom. It's a tough ask, even if they win every game. But while there's hope, there's always a chance. Penetration is no good. We got a foul on the plate. And Patrick Alder took it strong. Frustrated he couldn't get the 2 to go. But we'll go to the free throw line. Peric with the poor defensive effort. It's not the smoothest free throw shot you'll see, but he shoots 75% across this Basketball Champions League. There's the second one is good. And we got a new ball game with 7-0. Well, pretty much 7 minutes to go in the first, 5 apiece. It's just to an extent feeling their way into the game. Haynes goes inside for Watt to flow it down hard. Little pick and roll. Dive to the ring. Rosa Radom with, should we say, Peric gets a piece of it. Goes to Alder on the inside, nowhere to go. Has it taken away from him. Orlik will bring it himself. Big on big screen, nice bounce pass. One on the inside is fouled. Kevin Punter thought he had a chance to knock it away. Got a 4-5 pick and roll. the issue always is normally the guy defending the 4 coming off the screen is a little bit unused to that type of situation. For the Raphael, fairly comfortable at the moment, as Mitchell Watt continues to impress. %60 for the Basketball Champions League season, but makes both with 6:26 to go, and Venezia open it out to a 9-5 advantage. Arakage is a drop. Great work on the glass. Is blocked. And Watt is everywhere at the moment. We've got a blocking foul. As Orlik tried to advance it on the break. And at the moment, it's the Mitchell Watt show. Both ends of the floor. Attracting numbers. Gets the block on this going up. Just swats it away. Well, almost a delayed New Year's party going on as Venezia build the 9-5 lead early in this. They won't want Rosa Radom to keep the tempo as low as they'd like to. Nice pass, one on the inside, and one. Nice screen action, block to block, and Watt with the improvised finish. And Orlik seeing a lot of touches on the perimeter. Nice pass, gets the assist. Igor Zaitsev will check in, the Ukrainian international. And Watt can't complete the three-point play. Orlik works hard on the glass. Alder can't control it, and Venezia will get another look at it. Orlik thinks he's open, doesn't get a look. Ball's just about recovered. Wow, reverse layup is pretty by Stefano Tunu. Tunu just gets to the far side of the ring, little bit of English on it. Reverses it, spins it off the glass, gets the 2, 13-5. It's the first quarter advantage. Extra pass on the inside. Zaitsev stays with it. Great work by Alder. They can't complete. And the ball will belong to Venezia. Bodies all over the floor. Well, Peric was the arm that Stefano Tunut came in contact with. Haynes pulls the trigger for 3, is no good. Punter faces up, puts it on the floor, going left, stops in the lane with some hang time for 2. Athletic looking move for Kevin Punter. That's how he averages 18 a game, just takes it strong. Great control to pull up in the lane, great extension. And gets the 2. Alder sits. And he's replaced by Robert Vitka. Real veteran status now, the 2'6", power forward, 36 years old. Has been around Europe, should we say. Vastly experienced. As Punter completes the 3-point play. Now Rosa Radom need contributions from other parts of the roster. Sokolowski will check in, 24. But in their narrow loss to Asseco at the weekend, half the points from Ryan Harrow and Kevin Punter. They need other people to make contributions if they're going to have a chance to stay in this. Harrow backs out, little delay, goes to the glass and 1. Nice move. Little crossover as they got the defense off balance. You missed the crossover, nice drive, and Haynes wants a little bit of a piece of it. Chance for Rosa Radom to cut it to a 2-point game. And Walter de Rafael feels he might need some exercise. Gets off the bench for the first time. And we got a 2-point game. Just under 5 to go in the first half. Both teams clicking into some nice rhythm offensively. Nice high-low pass. What with a ball fake for 2. And that little 1-2 punch. There's Orelek. It's a what? Harrow's away with a 3. Just drops one. Ryan Harrow with a 3. Or is it Punta with a 3? Sorry. Orelek, turnover, chance to run. Numbers down the floor. Harrow just unselfishly gives it up. And Skogolowski gets the 2. A little messy is the only way that De Rafael will look at that one. Marquith Haynes in the half court. They're finding Orelek far too easily at in that high post area underneath the front of the zone. What will ball screen the top? Haynes for 3 is no good. Cannot get his own. Defensive rebound finally falls into the hands of Robert Vitka. Got a whistle. There's Ryan Harrow again. Showed a little bit of class getting to the hoop for 2. There's the foul again. Peric's got to move those feet. So Holboy Peric will sit after picking up his second foul. And Venezia go a little quicker, a little smaller. As Marqueth Green checks in. Harrow. Nice little run here for Rosa Radom. 4 down to 4 up. Orelek goes inside. Great hand. Well, Vic again's going to charge with a foul. Thought he'd really come up with quick play on the reach. He's going to slap this away. But right across the arm. Clean on the ball, but took the arm. As Paul Beliga will go to the free throw line. Beliga. Becoming a fixture currently on the Italian national team. Just suits the style at the moment, the undersized big. Very effective in Eurobasket last summer, but also did a nice job in the World Cup qualifiers as Italy started perfectly, 2-0. Harrow for 3 is way short. Green will look at his options and just decides to play it in the half court. Will take the ball screen from Watt, who dives. They change the angle. Nice extra pass. Turner for 3 is short. The league just elevates. On baseline, we got a reaching foul as Victor's going to pick up foul number 2. Quick two fouls for the veteran. Just lazy. Got him going the way he wanted him to go, towards the baseline side, but it just didn't move his feet. Put those concrete sneakers on. A little bit of over-keen substitution. Dominique Johnson will check in. Tanuk gets the 2 free throws to drop, closes it to a 2-point game. Punter has it and wants to be aggressive with it, moves it on. Sokolowski tries to barrel his way inside. Nice ball fake for 2 off the glass. Nice pass. Beliga with the lay-in as opposed to the dunk. Gets above the ring, just drops it. And they have got so much success at the Little high-low action. 6 assists already for Venezia. We talked to you about earlier on. Only 1 assist for Rosa Radom as the little floater is no good. Zait is on the offensive boards, and we got an offensive foul away from the basketball. Gets his charge with the personal. There's the push. Cirella will check in for Tanut. Watt will reverse it and move it on. Green, bounce pass to the baseline. Tough turnaround for Watt is no good. Victor comes down with a rebound, gets a chance for punter in transition. A little hesitation, moves it on. They get the second side. Off the screen coming back. Sokolowski looks to create, goes inside, and Zaitsev gets the easy 2. That's great. Offensive execution. The ball never stuck. They swung the ball from first to second side, look back high, the ball again on the move. The 3 is no good. Now, Rosa Radom, if there's a team who have the momentum, it's definitely them. And as we approach the end of 1, this will kick it off. Punter looks to exploit a little mismatch here. Goes inside for the easy finger roll. Now, Rosa Radom will open out a 6-point lead. We're in the last minute of the first quarter, and Punter already has the 10. Just exploded here in Italy. Liga gets to the middle, inside, outside. Marcus Green for 3 is no good. Chance to go at least 2 for 1 here. Sokolowski thinks about it, decides to recycle. Zaitsev for 3, rainbow-like 3 from deep. We've got a 9-point game, almost in the blink of an eye. Rosa Radom, in the last 20 seconds of the first period, have knocked down 28 points, lead by 9. Mitchell Watt almost gets away with a walk. Johnson has it. Quiet start for Dominic Johnson. Marcus Green in the lane, floats it, gets the soft roll for 2. They've got to go quick here. Shimagitsi goes to his own half. Almost gets it to drop, and that'll do it for period 1. And there's confirmation. Rosa Radom with an offensive festival, lead it 28-21. Efficient, moved the ball really, really nicely, and at some point, Umana Reyer Venezia are going to have to just get down and play defense. 1 from 7 from the 3-point line for Venezia is not helping the cause. 9 from 17 from Rosa Radom is not exactly helping theirs. Well, this play almost summed up that first quarter. Real passive defensive effort. Kevin Punter gets himself going. But both teams didn't get after it. Lots of open looks. Orlik, for a period, just was the only scorer. Got to the far side of the ring, soft touch on the finish, shot the ball well. And his combinations to Watt on the inside, the most productive part of the offense in that first period for Umana Reyer Venezia. Tanut had an impressive first quarter. Even though Umana Reyer Venezia trailed by 7, don't forget, in the first game between these two clubs, they trailed by 16 at the end of the first, dominated the rest of the game, and came away from Poland with a win. They'll be hoping they'll be able to do that as this game progresses. Kevin Punter will inbound. Start of quarter 2. Punter has it, and expect Punter to see a lot of the basketball. Nice read off the glass. They blow the layup. Own rebound is just hauled in. Tough finish. Yes. Geese with the 2, and you've got to credit the way he just stayed with the play. Great hands by Simkis again, knocks it forward. Nice little period, Punter for 2. 4-0 start at the start of the second period. Timeout for Umana Reyer Venezia. Rafael has seen enough. Will want to talk it over, and sloppy is an understatement. As the team that made last year's Final Four in a tight Group C are put under pressure by the 8th place team in the group.
Use the fake in offense, and don't play so lazy. We're going offense. Be ready on defense. Use your body, stand foul. Let's go. Go guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, it's almost can you wake up type timeouts. We get a replay of Punter with the layup after the steal. And for a team that prides itself on its ball retention, 4 turnovers already for Umana Reyer Venezia. Rosa Radom only 1, which again just tells you how passive the Venezia club have been so far. It's surely not going to stay that way. They trail 11 points at the moment. Orelek needs a pass. Fine by Shirella. Feet set for 3. Is good. Nice ball movement. Nice find by Orelek. He's a great passer. And Shirella was the beneficiary. That's offensive. That's a great stand. Shirella just gave his body up for the group. Sokolowski going to work, but you can see what they thought of that one. Nice ball movement at the other end of the floor. Chance to reduce the arrears. 8-point advantage for Rosa Radom. Oh, a little lean in layup. Great work on the glass by Baliga. And that's what he's been doing for both club and country. So active on the glass. Zaitsev will hand it off. A tough 2, doesn't drop it. Zaitsev is on the glass and 1. Never stopped working after the screen. Rolled to the front of the ring and just worked.
Vale il canestro del numero 14 Zaitsev, supplementare, c'è il primo fallo per Dominic Johnson, doppio cambio per.
And they continue to tick it over at the offensive end, Rosa Radom, averaging only 71 points. Sorry, averaging 77 points a game in the Basketball Champions League.
Bruno Cianella, primo fallo.
Free throw is good. And Zaitsev opens it out to a 9-point advantage for the visiting Polish club. Johnson deep in the corner, just strokes it. Gets his feet set, knocks down the 3, and suddenly comes alive in the game that he's been anonymous since he joined it. Oh, ball's knocked away, recovered though. Harrow has to take the tough one in the lane, just about grazes the front of the ring. Ball's kept alive. Who's coming up with that? And what an effort. Line up the 3, got it! What an effort, what a work rate. And Dominic Johnson goes back-to-back 3s, but take your hat off to the absolute effort. Rosa Radom take the timeout. They led by as many as 11. That lead has been sliced to a 3-point. Great effort by Shirella. Gets it off. And Johnson, cool as you like, lined it up, dropped the three. Back-to-back threes for Dominic Johnson. The game's back to a three-point game. All those stats that tell you how hard a team is working favor Rosa Radom. A team with its back to the wall. A win is a must for any chance of continuing into the knockout stage of the Basketball Champions League. They can still assist it. 9 assists already. Rosa Radom having to make tough ones. Little 1-2-2 trap coming at the timeout. Rosa Radom do a nice job beating it. Zaitsev attacks it and pulls it back to the top. Harrow looking at his options. Golowski looks inside. Auda goes up, left hand off the glass. Nice move. Just the execution fundamentally freed up the foot that would get him to the middle. Picks up his 3rd point. Well, they open up. Great work on the glass. That is how to go after an offensive rebound. The Liga just crashed the boards really hard. Holding foul away from the ball. Going to be Rosa Radom's 2nd team foul of the period. Cirella will sit. Mitchell Watt is back. Great effort off the bench. Exactly what you need to see from guys coming in on your bench. Harrow breaks it down, goes off the glass for 2. Sweet little move. Soft touch on the finish. Peric back in the game, needs a pass, turnover. He's looked indecisive all night. Inside, outside, Zaitsev turns down the 3, gets it off to Harrow. Got it! Opens it back out. 13 points personal, 7-point lead. Scoreboard hasn't ticked over on your graphic. Peric, nowhere to go, kicks it off. Great work by Venezia to keep it alive. Get another look at the offensive end. Extra pass, Peric for 3. You get repaid for hard work on this team. Great hard work on the glass, keep it alive. Peric then nails the 3 on their 3rd attempt of that phase of play.
Dominic Johnson, entrano Stefano Donuto e il capitano Thomas Lesser.
Well, they keep ticking it over. We're halfway through the 2nd quarter. They already have 44 points. This is way above their Group C numbers. Watt can't get it to drop. Very focused group in white uniforms. Harrow gives it up in transition. It's got to get a touch for Zaitsev on the inside. It hasn't. Looks to go to work with Watt. Middle, spins to the baseline. Tough shot off the glass. They don't get the drop. And as a team, Venezia just would not be denied on the glass. Tanut Has it. Needs the pass, finds a pass. Rest will reverse the basketball. Playing like a point post at the moment. 2-0 to the far side of the ring. Doesn't get the drop. Defensive rebound. Chance to run.
Arrow.
15 first half points for Ryan Harrow. Great talent. High pick. Oh, it goes inside again. And Watt just keeps his hands up. Yereminas Orilek will just find him. If he's open, he's going to find him with a basketball. And again, just ghosts into the middle.
Umana Reyer Venezia.
No, substitutions all round. Meanwhile, on the free throw line, Mitchell Watt. Chance to get this back into single digits. Mitchell Watt, chance to get himself into double digits. Well, he's way short. Defensive rebound is Sokolowski's. Ball's knocked away and a turnover. A little atmosphere has been drained out of the game at the moment. Oh, Ress cannot get the three to drop. Defensive rebound is eventually controlled by Sokolowski. He'll advance the basketball. Wow, where did Watt come from? Orilek will back it out. 3:20 to go in the half. Again, this Venezia's way. Control it, get what you want. Little runner is good for Orilek. Such mobility for a four-man. Just really great touch on it. Hunter. Got a holding foul underneath.
Il primo fallo di Andrea De Nicolao. Allora c'è un cambio. Reyer esce Thomas Less, rientrata Dominic Johnson. E la Rosa Radom entra al numero 4.
Important time here for Rosa Radom. As this Basketball Champions League season has progressed, they've built leads like this in the past. And then at crucial moments in the game, they've just made some bad decisions. Zaitsev, big second step. The crowd wanted to travel. I don't think any player thought it was. Almost stolen. Orilek in the lane again. Great rotation. Tremendous work defensively by Punter. Zaitsev off the bench picks up 10 points.
Allora c'è il secondo fallo di Andrea De Nicolao. E c'è il
Orilek will
timeout.
sit, but Venezia are going to take their second time out. you think, you know, in terms of watching the game, they look like they're playing well in Umana Reyer Venezia, but Rosa Radom are just pouring it in. 48 points in the first half, still just 2 minutes to go.
Play against that zone.
83% from the free throw line, 54 from the field.
They score 60 points. Play possession by possession. And keep working. Going to 2 up anyway. Three shot. Go anyway on 2 up. Okay. Let's go. Go Andrea. Yes, DJ.
Oh, and the issue for them at the moment is just trying to make sure this does not get out of hand, because they will be consistent. Their defensive effort at the moment is the most worrying thing. They're just giving up far too many easy looks. Not scrambling down, not really pressurizing. Kevin Punter now trying to pick him up from the free throw line. First one is short. Needs to be relentless with what you're doing. They've built the 10-point lead. Just keep consolidating. Punter, having been fouled on that three, will take the last one. Chance to get this above double digits and getting into the 11-point game, which he does. Great work. Baliga's all over the glass. He keeps it alive. And one. Orlik just benefited from Baliga's work on the glass. Great work by Venezia. 9-point game with 1 to come. Baliga kept it alive. Orlik with the ball fakes created enough space to get it away. Has a chance to cut this to an 8-point lead with 1:36 to go in the half. This will get him into double digits. Can't complete. In the half court again, then Punter gives it back. Request going to work, gets cut off. Now he's got nowhere to go. 5 on the possession. Turnaround jump shot is no good. They get a new 14. It scraped the ring. Wow, there's a whistle on the play, and you can hear what the crowd think of that. Punter's on the free throw line again. Little step back, there's the foul. Clear as you like. Hitting the point of the elbow. They can moan as much as they like, apart from the fact it was a foul, as you saw on the replay. Very rarely you see a referee go back and change his mind in that set of circumstances. Punter on the free throw line, trying to re-establish a double-digit lead. 1 from 2 on his last visit. That's a good-looking action. So Punter again, chance to increase his personal tally, which he does. Now Rosa Radom on the road here in Venice. Absolute must-win game if they're to have any chance of progressing in the Basketball Champions League. Have an amazing 12-point lead. Liga again, he's just a Mountain of a man in a normal man's height. He's a 2'7". He's a 2-meter guy. When 2'10", 2'12" is the size and proportions you're dealing with around the ring. A 12-point lead for the visitors. What a lifeline this would be. Just lob it to Baliga. He'll take his time. Wide open in the corner for three is short. Great offensive rebound by Orilek. Tough looking three from deep is no good. Orilek's all over the glass. Great composure. Little ball fake in there. Gets fouled. Will go to the free throw line. And it just does not look like a game. Umana Reyer Venezia are downing. They look like they're playing the better level of game, but Rosa Radom have just scored for fun. And once you allow a team to get some points to Johnson's going to sit. Meanwhile, on the free throw line, going to be Nas Orilek to try and make this a 10-point game, which he won't be able to do now. Finally ticks it over. We've got an 11-point game with 23 to go in the half. Rosa Radom already with 52 going into the half. They only averaged 77 on the season for a game. Breaks it down, spins 3 times in the lane. Cannot get it to drop. And that will do it for the half. Well, Rosa Radom have come here to Venice and lead it 52-41 at the half. Upset on the cards here in Venice. Rosa Radom simply must win to have any mathematical chance of staying in this. They win the glass 25-18. 9 offensive rebounds. They're simply outworking Venezia. A team like Venezia, only 9 turnovers on their Italian First Division game at the weekend. 6 already at the half. It's been a sloppy game, definitely by Venezia, but Rosa Radom, punter in particular, with 15. Zagorowski off the bench, big 6 boards. So the scorers with Punter and Harrow, as we said. Now the great news for Rosa Radom is that Igor Zaitsev is really chipping in. They need other people to tick the scoreboard over. It cannot just be down to 2 or 3 people. Well, it's not going as scripted. Rosa Radom on the road with the 11-point lead. We'll show you these highlights of the first half. That leaves us with Rosa Radom with a 52-41 advantage at the half over Umana Reyer Venezia. Can they maintain it? Well, join us again after these highlights. The second half of what will be a very intriguing second half of basketball. We'll see you shortly. Bye for now.
Secrets. Secrets. La bomba! Che divina al sole!
Ditta Benevento, da 130 anni veste e arreda Venezia. Abbigliamento, tessuti, tendaggi. Ditta Benevento, dal 1883 a Venezia. Eleganza senza tempo. Dottor Gianni Marangoni, medico chirurgo odontoiatra a Caolo Venezia. Da 30 anni offre assistenza qualificata e di alto livello in campo odontoiatrico. Dottor Gianni Marangoni, 041 4102 22. Strani comportamenti, ingiustificate assenze e prolungati silenzi. Non ti dovranno più impensierire. Centro Investigazioni Simile troverà le risposte alle tue domande per la tua famiglia e per la tua azienda. Contattaci per un colloquio privato. Valuteremo il tuo problema e ti forniremo i giusti elementi per affrontarlo. Agenzia Immobiliare Cadetti è a Venezia e in campo Santa Margherita. Scegli la professionalità, scegli i Cadetti. Servizi contabili e fiscali, contabilità, assistenza fiscale a privati e aziende, compilazione modello 730 e unico. Per qualsiasi informazione ci trovi a Mestre in via Piave 29C. Professionalità ed esperienza sempre al tuo servizio. Leonardo Immobiliare Venezia. Da più di 20 anni sul mercato a Venezia, Lido e Terraferma. www.leonardoimmobiliarevenezia.it. Super Basket, la rivista del basket italiano è ora online. www.superbasket.it. Ristorante ai vetrai, cucina tipica veneziana nel cuore della laguna. Ristorante ai vetrai è a Murano in Fondamenta Manin 29. Moro Francesco Trasporti, da oltre 10 anni specializzati nei trasporti lagunari di ogni tipo, anche con refrigerazione. Per informazioni 348 04 55 217. JPP, informatica e web per il business. JPP opera in 4 settori: assistenza sistemistica, centrali telefonici volti, noleggio stampanti multifunzioni, siti web. Per informazioni visita il sito www.jppnet.com oppure contattaci allo 041 86 26 205. Ottica Gazzera di Vladimiro Pavano. Vasto assortimento di montature e lenti di tutte le migliori marche. Ottica Gazzera, gli specialisti per il occhiale, è in via Gazzera Alta 78 a Mestre. Spaccio 5, completamente rinnovato, vi aspetta in via Mestrina, angolo Galleria Teatro Vecchio, con le nuove collezioni.
Lo ricordiamo che domani 10 gennaio alle ore 20 è programma qui al Palasport l'importante sfida di Eurocup Women, valida per il ritorno del round of 16 tra Umana Reyer Venezia e Sanamanda. Le ore giornate vi aspettano numerosi amici del tagliere, ricordiamo un messaggio importante: oggi vogliamo aiutare insieme a voi il plesso scolastico Angelo Roncalli di Quarto Maltino, che la notte tra il 25 e il 26 novembre ha subito un furto di 43 strumenti informatici indispensabili per lo studio dei ragazzi della scuola media. Vi invitiamo ad effettuare una donazione nella polizia raccoglitori situati agli ingressi superiore ed inferiore del Palasport. Grazie a tutti. Ricordiamo che RVM, l'associazione Salute, è sponsor dell'Umana Reyer Venezia, vi augura la buona partita di
Well, welcome back everybody. Everyone in the crowd getting a little 2 or 3 seconds of fame. Some enjoying it, some not. I'm sure these guys will if they've noticed they're on the big screen.
Consulta gli orari delle linee su www.terminalfusina.it.
So moments away from the start of the second half, a tremendous first half performance by Rosa Radom, shooting the ball 50% from 2, 60% from 3, 75% when they went to the free throw line. Dominating the glass. I mean, there isn't a stat, apart from assists, that they don't lead this game in. And obviously their circumstances in the group pretty dire. Really a tough ask for them now to find a way to qualify, but all they can ever do is control what they can control. And getting a win here is what they can control. That keeps them alive mathematically. And so then it's about how well they perform week to week. Knock the games off, see if you can build some momentum. And who knows, this game has a habit of throwing up some great storylines, and they could become this year's storyline. Well, they built a 12-point was the biggest lead that they had. Lead by 11 at the half, and you would never have thought it would be the turnovers for Umana Reyer Venezia and their three-point shooting that will be the difference between the two teams. But that's where it sits at the moment, as we are shortly getting it underway in this second half. Well, welcome back wherever you're joining. I hope you've enjoyed that halftime break. Nice entry. Rolek on the inside. Inside, outside. Peric attacks the closeout and steps out of bounds. And Peric is having one of those nights. That first half is not going to go down in his basketball career as one of those nights he's going to remember. He's the type of guy that will tough it out and find a way to contribute, though. Ryan Harrow at the point moves it on. Punter and Harrow had a great first half. Attack the closeout. Going inside. Great defense. Orlik just took it away and pushes the break. Marquez Haynes has it in transition. Takes the early screen, kicks in Orlik. Attacks the closeout, draws the contact. Oh, slight little turn of the ankle. I'm sure he'll be fine. Cvic will get back down in defensive stance and try and make it happen for his team. Orlik off the screen, reads it. Will get the reposition from Watt. Inside, outside. Peric lines it up. Turns down the three. Orlik, floater in the lane. They're going to say that was past the ring, I hope. Because in theory, it could have been a crazy play to give Venezia the two. Punter has it, takes the ball screen, gets to the middle, stops, puts up the arching jump shot, is no good. Watt comes down with a rebound, and Orlik looks long, great recovery. Tremendous work going back by Punter, just took it out the air. Harrow takes the ball screen, creates in a little space. Well, just about get it out. The three is gone and knocked down from deep. Piovic gets the three, but I think Szymanski took a blow to the head on that penetration. The train has come on. Let's take a look. Loses his foot in. Oh, you saw that. And hopefully that'll just be a little dazed, but you saw his head lose a bit of control, bang the side of the floor. And Yaroslav Trojan will go to the bench. Just keep our eye on that one. They'll never take a risk with a head injury. Concussion protocols. Peric lines up the three and knocks it down. He's always going to find a way to contribute. Had some time and space and stroked it beautifully. Zaitsev in the game. Turnover. And Venezia, Johnson should and does. Highlight time. And Peric, great effort, almost comes up with it, steps out of bounds. It's amazing what a made shot will do for a player. In the passing lane, hitting the deck. And Venezia have stepped it up a notch at the defensive end at the start of three. Punter is blocked by Watt. Had to put it up, had nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Good defensive effort, just stayed in stance. Here's the mini highlight. A little swinging time. Johnson again in transition, second step. Watt gets in his way, but finishes the play. Nice little run here. 7-3 start for quarter three. Alder goes up. Peric is going to pick up the personal. There's the contact. It's a good call by the official because you saw Peric's motion was towards the offensive player and he initiated that. He's going to have to sit. That's his fourth foul. And he's just beginning to get into some rhythm in the game. Paul Baliga checks in. It makes a real different look to the Venezia lineup. Liga doesn't give them perimeter threat. He does give them a real live wire on the inside, a real tough ask on the glass. Alder to make it a 9-point game, which he does. Peric will move it on. Dominique Johnson with a handoff. Marcus Haynes looking at his options. Johnson finds Haynes again. 7 on the possession. Haven't gone very far. Orelek just attacks it. And the turnover. Never turn the defense at all. Howard goes up, gets the 2. And that was back to the first half for Venezia. Very passive offensively. Three is good. Haynes gets his feet set and just strokes it from deep. First 3 of the night. Zaitsev is fouled as he just, nice release straight down the gut of the defense. Nice pass. So Baliga and Watt just pulled apart a little too much at the back of the zone. Inside, outside, they repossession, 6 on it. A little slip as Sokolowski went up. They're the sort of plays that they just don't need. Haynes, hesitation, gets the lane, kicks it. Urlek looks at it, doesn't like what he sees. Tunut will move it on. Urlek, feet set for 3, it's good. And all of a sudden, after a first half of struggling to make a 3, they're just pouring him in at the start of 3. It's back to a 5-point game. Rosa Radom take a timeout. And if there's a criticism, they've just taken half a step off at the defensive end. Created more time and space for Venezia to shoot the 3, and they have taken advantage. Nice start to the third for the home club. They lead the third quarter 13-7 and have cut the game to a 5-point margin. It's an interesting stat. Both teams getting contribution off the bench, and Rosa Radom changed their starting lineup a little. Zaitsev coming off the bench is a big deal for them. He's in double digits. That's really helping the contribution from across the roster. It's a different configuration. It's almost like a bowl of a facility here. It sort of breaks the sound, almost become like fully around you as opposed to just being in the crowd. It almost becomes part of the floor. Nice slip. Alda is blocked, and they're going to call it an end-line ball. Johnson stayed and helped, and Alda's got to go through that type of block and finish the play. Here he releases. Great help from the weak side. Alda relieves the pressure. Has it knocked away, he recovers it. Roerich getting a little physical. Alda handles, looks to spin to the baseline, goes with the left hand for two. Tough move. Czech international just went to work. And because Rosa Radom have built that lead in the first half, they keep it ticking over. It's going to be down to how many stops that Umana Reyer Venezia can get. Danube can't beat him on the first step. He's going to have to move it. Baliga will reverse and almost turns it over. 5 seconds on the possession. Alda's going to sit. Roerich attacks it, goes with the right hand off the glass, gets the drop. Got to get over this 5-point hump, the home team. Shitskiewicz, nowhere to go. Gets it off Sakaluski, will reverse it. Ryan Harrow, 7 on the possession. A little hesitation, goes inside, goes with the right hand, has it blocked. Puts it up at the end of the clock, doesn't get the roll for 2. And a chance for Venezia to get it under 5 for the first time in a long time. Johnson stops, pops, doesn't get the drop. And Punter's been very quiet in this third quarter, needs touches of the basketball. Ryan Harrow will reverse it, staggered screen will bring. It's back to the ball. Punter, pretty play. Baliga comes over, the shot's already released before he gets there. And who said he was being quiet? Roerich will move it on. Haynes gets in the lane for 2, is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. 3:42 to go in the third. Trails 7 with 2 to come from the line. Mitchell Watt will check back in. The Liga will sit. Marquez Haynes knocks down first of the 2. %70 across the regular season so far in the Basketball Champions League. Nice press break. Was on the way to the hoop and 1. That's how to beat the press from the free throw. Quick entry, Lighthouse to the middle, give it up and run. And then you got this man on the end of the break. Punter takes the contact, finishes the play. Watt picks up the personal. Rosa Radom a chance to break this out to an 8-point game again. Ryan Harrow's going to sit in important moments when either he or Punter's off the floor. Make that 21 points for Kevin Punter. Haynes, hard show. Aldo has to recover. Orlik can't finish. Watt stays with a play. Now he's got to get rid of it. Haynes gets it in traffic, drops it off. Orlik for three is long. And Zaitsev comes down with a defensive rebound. And Shukwes will look at his options. Feet set. Ryan Harris short. Chases his own rebound, can't control it. Ball belongs to Umana Reyer Venezia. Quick rotations. Ryan Harrow comes out, replaced by Kevin Punter. Punter's had just under a minute on that bench. They overrun on the show. Internet can't get it to drop. Chancellor Rosa Radom in transition. Numbers down the floor, all the way to the hoop as it knocks away. And then turns it over. Chance to run the other way. 2:30 to go in this third period. Foul line jump shot is good. Nicolau, in his own time, in his own space, knocks down the two. This is where Rosa Radom are going to be smart. It's about control here. Wraps the pass. Zaitsev thinks about the three. 5 on the possession. Zaitsev to the glass is blocked by Watt. Got to put this up and get it away. Oh! Punter just stroked it for 3. Huge play. And Watt is fouled. Peric is back on the 4 fouls. Mitchell Watt on the free throw line, just a shooting foul, nothing extra. This is where Rosa Radom's position in the Basketball Champions League is going to start to play on the mind. A team that has lost this many games, does it believe it can win? It's in a great position here with 1:45 to go in the third. Kevin Punter is just putting on a tremendous performance. Mitchell Watt to make it 12 points, which he does. Little token pressure up the floor. Ryan Harrow back in the game. Again, likewise, break for him and Punter. A minute or so apiece. Punter stops, fires up the 2, just drops them. Just dropped it from the foul line. Smooth as you like, 26 personal, 56% from the floor. It really is inspiring, this Rosa Radom lineup. Tunak, nice pass. Great little cut, they blow the layup though. And Nicolau just blew the layup, wants to talk about it. Or was it Schreller? Schreller gets to the far side of the ring and just blows a layup. Pushing foul. Shouldn't be a huge factor in the quarter, but that's the 4th personal, fourth team foul rather. Rosa Radom have now pretty much reached their season average of points per game. and we've still got a whole quarter to go. This has been a great night so far for them. Harrow can't get the layup to drop, chance to run. Haynes looking and assessing his options. Takes it back to the middle. Oh, nice move to the hoop for turn. They blow the layup. Just got to use the left hand, and he makes it easy. Peric with the easy throwdown at the other end. And Peric is going to foul out in possibly the dumbest way I've seen in a long time. Makes the dunk, reaches midcourt, fouls, and will take no part in the fourth quarter. And on top of that, Rosa Radom will walk the floor and shoot the free throws. This is absolutely crazy by a player of such experience as Peric. How important will that moment of madness, and that's the only way to describe it, be? Well, in terms of the points, that's limited the damage. Peric fouls out with 3 seconds of the third quarter to go. Well, Zaitsev comes up with the offensive rebound, couldn't get the shot away. And there's the confirmation at the end of 3. Rosa Radom have weathered the storm here. They still lead it by 8, 71-63. And Umana Venezia are going to have to get back in this game without Peric. He just fouled out. 3 seconds to go in the third period. 20 meters from the basket.
You stagger, and then we finish in pick-and-roll situation with Ore. Okay, if not, if they are man-to-man, move in. 42 shots. We have to make our shot.
Well, what a great, great third quarter. Venezia came back, got it to 5, got it to 4. But Rosa Radom found a way to push back. Lead by 8 at the start of the fourth here. And they're on the verge of another upset road win. Already the win they had in Banvit, their only win so far is an upset. This will be as big an upset win and maybe keeps alive their chances. We've got a foul as Schreller reached. Everybody getting a little vocal. But you'll see this. He's going to reach around. That's a foul. Endline possession for the Polish club. Rosa Radom looking for win number 2 in the 17-18 Basketball Champions League. 5 on the possessions. Got to go up. Tough runner. Punter, even Punter can't get that to drop. And somehow, let's see her come away with it. Inside, outside. Urlek for 3 is long. Good chase down. Harrow is fouled. The league has got to be careful with the visual dissent, as De Rafael's telling them that. There's the foul right there, which looks from my angle as though it was a foul. Lasky moves it on, trying to space the floor now. Harrow can't get it to drop. Watt comes down with it, beats everybody, including Baliga, to it. That's no mean feat at all. Haynes in transition. This is where Venezia sometimes struggle. They've got to play a little quicker. And one. Tough move. Marquez Haynes takes the hit, gets the 2. Will go to the line. Alder comes over. Haynes takes a big hit, strong finish. Exactly what this team needed. Chance to make it a 5-point game as Alder picks up his 3rd personal. Marquez Haynes. Make that 8 points personal. Crowd are back in it right now. Whistle on the play again. Again, I see a good call by the official. Move 14. And now we have an offensive foul the other way. The official's trying to tighten this up. It's getting a little bit feisty out there. Chance to get it underneath 5 and really begin to put some pressure. 2-3 zone by Rosa Radom. Extra pass to the corner. Watt steps back. Great work on the glass. Finds Watt again. Watt to the middle with a tough runner is no good. Somehow it rebounds to Urlek. There's a foul on the play. Great effort by Venezia. They would not be denied on the glass. Only the players in the red uniforms are chasing it down. Both teams on 3 team fouls. 8 minutes to go still in the game. Deep from Haynes. Oh, knocks it down. We got a 2-point game. Hold on to your hat here in Venezia. Rosa Radom have pushed them back, but now it's only a 2-point game. Alder on the inside throws up a tough one, and Venezia almost from nowhere in the first 2.5 minutes of the 4th have a chance to lead it or tie it on the possession. Haynes for 3, counted! Back-to-back threes. Marquez Haynes has taken over here in Venezia. They lead it by 1, 7:34 to go, and all of a sudden there's an atmosphere in the gym. Rosa Radom take the timeout. Marquez Haynes has dragged Umana Reyer Venezia to the lead. Rosa Radom need a minute to try and stop this momentum. Oh for 4 was Haynes in the first half from the 3-point line. 3 from 3 in the second half. 14 points personal.
When we
6 assists. Taking up, absolutely taking over. 9-0 start. And the lead evaporates in the blink of an eye. Come down the floor. Just create a little advantage for Punta as we see Haynes just cap that 9-0 start to the fourth. And that's exactly what a coach will feel about it. This is where Harrow and Punta and they need someone else to step up. I've got to steady the ship and remember what put them in the lead. Punta has it, moves it on. That said, they're going to count it. They've got to count it. I'm pretty sure they have to count it. Off the glass. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to count that. That was off the glass. Full foul for Beliga. I don't think they're going to count it. I think the referee's got to talk this one through. From at game speed, it looked like it hit the backboard. Therefore, it's a basket interference. Therefore, it's 2 with 1 to come. They're just going to settle with the 2 shots. Great to see them not rushing that decision. Trying to make sure they get it right. Zaitsev on the free throw line. What does pressure do to your free throw? In Zaitsev's scenario here, made him miss the first. And he makes the second. We've got a new ball game. 7:23 to go to decide this in Venezia. The Rosa Radom have just got their first point of the fourth. It's all about a great start by Marcus Haynes. Watt spins baseline, needs an angle. Now he needs a pass. The Liga will not shoot it. You can help off. Urelek needs a pass. Liga mid-range, doesn't get the drop. Zaitsev gets the rebound. And Ryan Harrow will want Rosa Radom to execute and get the shot they need. Punta is fouled and will go to the free throw line. Oh, they love a close one here in Venezia. Well, they started off with overtime against Banvit, a 2-point loss at home to Ike. And they got the win against Rosa Radom. Had a 3-point win at home against Bayluth. 1-point loss at Estudiantes. This team likes a close one, and it's had a few of them already in the Basketball Champions League this season. Got a whistle on the play. That'll be the 4th team foul for Rosa Radom. Pijovica just gets a little reach on that use of the pick. Sideline possession. That's down 2. Here's Haynes, the man with a hot hand. He moves it on. Watt looks to skip, almost stolen. And Punta will believe he should have caught it.
Timeout, Umana Reyer.
Umana Reyer take the timeout. They want to talk it through with 6 seconds to go on the possession.
We go in this, if they stay zone, we go flat after 1 inbound. Mitch, Ore, DJ, you kill in corner, Kels receive it, and then DJ, you come back.
Well, that rebound advantage that Rosa Radom had early in the game is evaporated. Everything getting tighter as the teams get tighter. So 6 seconds on the possession. Still the zone for Rosa Radom. They get it in, nice touch pass. Here's Haynes, free on it. This is going up. Gets in the lane, goes up, little hang time, can't get it to drop. What's got it is foul, can't finish the play. Zaitsev on the way down gets the contact. 6:08, 2-point game. The Nicolau checks in. Marquith Haynes steps out. What an explosion for Marquith Haynes at the start here of the fourth. 60, just under 70% free throw shooter across the regular season. One-point game. Harrell has it, gets the ball screen from Zaitsev, repositions, now he'll slip the screen. They miss him on the inside. Elski goes up, poor shot. Can't go up with the oopsie-doopsie inside hand, go up strong. Mitchell Watt makes sure he remembers that one. Orlik's going to get caught reaching. Sokolowski for the free-throw line, gets it to drop. Two from two. Exactly what you need at this stage of the game. 76-73 then. Chirella will move it back. Orlik, who gets touches every time down the floor, needs a pass. Chirella lines up for three. Got it! New ball game. With 5:30 to go in the fourth. We're tied at 76 apiece. Well, it's not the time to come down and force and turn it over. There's never a good time, but right now, can't be a worse time, as bad a time as that. Nice curl. Orlik just reads the defense really well, has a great IQ. Chirella is way off for three that time. Thinks there's a touch. .450 to go. Field goal percentage, the same. The points, the same. The rebounds within one or two. There is nothing to choose between these two. Turnover, chance to run. They have numbers down the floor. Anytime you get it easy. The three, Judson is good. In rhythm, just stopped and popped it. Goes to 11 personal. A transition three to give them the 3-point lead. Ryan Harrell does the answer with three. Great release. Zaitsev for two is fouled. Got to finish the play. Great execution by Rosa Radom. Just got to finish the play. What will sit? The Liga has got to do the work on the glass right now. Have Rosa Radom missed a chance here? Not if Zaitsev's going to have anything to do with it. Makes the first. We've got a 2-point game with one to come. Well, it just goes 1 for 2. Venezia with the 2-point lead. Get it into the half court. Orlik is going to be tough to guard right now. Johnson will scoot down to Beliga, who travels. Yep. That's not a gather step when you stop, step, and step again. And don't forget, at the end of one, Venezia had 6 turnovers. That's like in the next 2 quarters and a half, they have only turned it over 4 times. This team takes care of the basketball. Zaitsev for 3, drops it from deep. Gives Rosa Radom back the 1-point lead. No defense at all. The scout report says Zaitsev will shoot the 3 ball. Nikolowski picks up the personal. That's going to do. They send the Nicolau to the free throw line. That's just, let's just say dumb. Mitchell Watt checks in to try and turn this around for Rosa Radom. Now misses the first. Chance to tie it at 80 apiece with 3:38 to go. Which he does. What a game. 80 apiece. Momentum swings, building leads, and now it comes down to this, 3.5 minutes. Which team has the right weapons on the floor at the right time? Zaitsev for 3 is short, didn't want to shoot it that time. And one. What with a little roll to the hoop, high off the glass. Zaitsev picks up the personal. And when you need it, go to the man who delivers. And Mitchell Watt delivers. Will go to the free throw line for the extra point. Chance to give Venezia the 3-point advantage with 3:13 to go. Smart decision all round. Great call. Then execution, then finish. Sideline possession. And Kevin Punter has it. Wants to create, stops. Gets off the ground, can't get it to drop. Defensive rebound. Ends up in the hands and the capable hands of Dominique Johnson. Takes it to the ring in traffic, has it knocked away, but the ball will stay with Venezia. No space for the penetration. Hardly a spare seat in the house. Timeout. With 2:40 to go. Umana Venezia will try and run a play from the sideline here. This will give them a 2-possession lead if they can make it. 22 assists to 10 turnovers. Really nice ratio. Only 12 assists and 9 turnovers for Rosa Radom. Well, under 60% is never a great number. 55% from 3 for Rosa Radom, but they haven't taken a 3 for a long time. Haven't made a 3 for an eternity. You've got to credit Venezia's defense. Closeouts, making them put the ball on the floor. They've made that adjustment. It's now been successful. 3-point game, 2:40 to go, 14-second reset, and Venezia have the basketball. Well, they've got to come up with a board, with great work on the glass. Haynes lines it up for three, is short. And they get a second offensive rebound, a third, a fourth offensive rebound. What in traffic? Who's coming up with that? We've got a whistle on the play. Punters on the floor. 5 opportunities for Venezia. They could not complete one of them. What gets called in traffic? And then there's the foul. Orlik is going to be charged with a loose ball foul. So Punter's going to walk the floor.
Rosa Radom,
Has a chance to make this a 1-point game. Knocks down the first. Just over 2 minutes to go. We can only convert one. Watt comes down with a rebound. No one else was taking that off him. Inside, outside. Haynes has it. They've got to try and be the aggressor right now. Moves it on. Open for three. It's way short. I don't know if standing on the three-point line for Orlik, etc., is the answer. They've got to be aggressive. Likewise at this end, you can't be settling for threes. There's plenty of time left in the game. Foul on the play, chance to go to the line to tie it up for Ryan Harrow. 2 huge free throws, little contact on the hip as he goes up. First one is good. 1-point game. 1:35 to go. Harrow has 18 as he goes 1 for 2. Zaitsev keeps it alive. Offensive rebound for Rosa Radom. Chance to lead it on a 14-second. Oh, in and out. Gets the 2. Shook a beautiful little move, did Ryan Harrow. Quick crossover, got into the glass. And Rosa Radom restore the lead. They lead it by 1. Haynes will take the ball screen. Watt in traffic, inside, outside. Orlik attacks a closeout, turnover. Harrow in the lane. Second step for 2. Call as you like. Call as you like on the finish. Got a shot he wanted. And Rosa Radom have a 3-point lead. Last minute. Rosa Radom fighting for their Basketball Champions League life on the road here in Venezia. Lead by 3. Johnson for the deep 3 is way off. What a ball by Orlik and 1. Chance to tie it on the extra. The little things in this game are so important. All you have to do is box him out. No one does, and he does that. Straight past Kevin Punter, didn't put a body on him. Johnson's going to sit. Nicolaou's coming in. Chance to tie the game. Aud has picked up his 4th. We've got a brand new basketball game with 45 seconds to go. We're tied at 86. Harrow has it. Marcus Haynes is all over Punter. And we've got a little bit of football going back to Umana Reyer Venezia. Good show by Watt. Again, forces the offense to make a decision it doesn't want to make. Hunter sits for the defensive series. Here they go. 32 seconds to try and win at home. Ehrlich, 10 on the possession. Marcus Haynes, Ehrlich's gonna dive. Shirella, way short on the ball, bounces off the feet. Well, I have to say, with the playman on the floor, Shirella would not be one of my thoughts of him taking the shot to win it. Ryan Harrow's stepping back in. 12.4 seconds, no fouls to give. Rosa Radom a chance to win on the road. And they will take the timeout to advance the basketball. Their only previous win in the Basketball Champions League has been in Turkey. Obviously, they need to win in the toughest places in the basketball world. Not many teams win in Banvit. Not many teams win here in Venice. "36 threes for Umana Reyer Venezia. Possibly been the undoing of them. But here's the timeout that Coach Kaminsky's going to take to try and win a game on the road for Rosa Radom.
If not, if they play long, anyway, into blue aggressive, you press by yourself. Okay, and then paint the rotation, guys. Go, and one. Go,
guys, come on, let's go.
12 seconds to win it. Harrow has it. Will take the ball screen from Zaitsev. Tries to turn the corner. Gets in the lane. Knocked away. And with 4.4 on the clock, they get it back. .4 to get the road win. Oh, we're going to overtime. Little hesitation. Ball's knocked out of his hands. It has to be someone instead of Punter or Harrow to get the win here. I think this ball's going to go back to Umana Reyer Venezia. I think the ball comes out of Harrow's hands. Wants it again. I don't think you see from, yeah, you do see from that angle. The last touch, I believe, comes off Harrow. Here's the penetration. It is. There's the knock away, and it comes off of Harrow. Great use of technology. You get the call right. You take your time. It's too important to mess around with. Yeah, that's what we saw. You got to look at it and make sure you do the right thing, which is get the right call. Good work by the official. Venezia have a get out of jail card right now. Looks like they're going to set the back screen and then screen the screener to free up the guy to win the game. That's a great job by Venezia. Six turnovers in one quarter, 6 in the next 3. They value the ball as well as any. Both teams have taken great care of the basketball. (86-86). 4.4 seconds to go. Rosa Radom need a stop to take it to overtime. Venezia need a score to stay in the upper reaches of this group. Oh, great execution. Haynes in the lane. Turns it over. Oh, the forecourt shot is no good. Haynes had a look from 4 feet, turned it down to try and pass it. And we're going to overtime here in Venezia. 86 to 86. Would love to see the last play again. Here are the stats so far. 50% from the three-point line is a standout stat for Rosa Radom. Both teams have shot the ball reasonably well. 29, there's a lot of trips to the free throw line for both teams. Oh, the crowd's almost a messy end to the game. The out-of-bounds call that was called correctly in the end by the official. And then Haynes executed so well off the screen. So well off the screen. That he had a good look. A very good look to win the game. And tried to thread the eye of a needle on the pass. Oh, back live. Back at the start of OT. Kevin Punter and Ryan Harrow got to drag their bodies around for another 5 minutes here. Played a lot of minutes so far. Is that going to be a factor? Nearly 36 minutes for Punter. And right, it says 28 minutes for Harrow. Watt will reverse it. A lot of action away from the basketball. Johnson comes to collect, takes the ball screen. Orlik for three is short. Same team. Defensive rebound is finally secured by Sokolowski. Punter moves it on. Sokolowski has it, looks inside. Zaitsev lines up the three, drops it. No unguarded. He will definitely stroke that shot. Got to make him put it on the floor. So Rosa Radom open overtime with a three. Great job. Excellent execution. Found Watt and just went through contact. Let's take a look. I think they've called this unsportsmanlike from behind. Yeah, you have to call it that way. It's a good call by the official. Didn't let the situation influence him. From behind, holding, no actual action on the basketball. Watt's going to get the and one and possession. Kaminski, got to leave it, got to forget it. He's got another 4 minutes of OT to coach. Mitchell Watt getting it done again for Umana Reyer Venezia, but can't complete the play. They still trail one with the ball though. 2-3 zone for Rosa Radom. Haynes for three. Wow. Stroked it. Just dropped another three on Rosa Radom. In fact, they say he towed the line. All over Punter, now he's got it. They made him work for it. It's the most important thing. Settles for the three. Made him rush. You got to give the defense so much credit. They made Punter work so hard to collect it. Foul on the play. Rosa Radom will go to the free throw line.
Quarto fallo perché elimina Sorelic. Donetta Zaitsev.
60% from the line, Zaitsev. Knocks down the first, that ties it at 90. Well, if you have a season ticket here in Venezia for Basketball Champions League games, wow, you've had a great season. Overtime games, tight games. Zaitsev goes 2 for 2. Rosa Radom go back into the lead. On the inside, Watt with a second move. Is fouled, but we'll have to earn him from the free throw line. Zaitsev will take no further part, that's his fifth. He leaves the game with his team 1 up with Mitchell Watt on the free throw line, having missed his last throw, makes this one. Crowd having a great night out here in Venice. Two for two. Throw the stat out when it comes to this stage of the game. Harrow, Punter wants, Punter gets. Gets a staggered screen, little hesitation, what a move. Oh, what a move. Little hesitation, great execution on the screens. Punter at pace. Knocks down the 2 and restores the 1 point advantage. Watt has it. Nothing on the inside. Needs a pass, finds one. Nice pass. Watt on the inside and one. You know it's coming. You're trying to do something about it. But the inevitable is Watt's going to go through you and score. Watt with a chance to make this a 2-point game with 2:37 to go in overtime.
Quarto fallo del numero 4, Pirovic.
Another chance to build this lead. Watt completes the 3-point play. 2-point lead. Punter again. Turnover this time. No, ball's recovered. No, it's not. Haynes is the first man to it. Haynes, second step for 2. We've got a 4-point game with 2 to go. Line up, wide open 3, way short. Harrow has it. Nice skip. Urlek going baseline. Nice find, extra pass, great scramble. Well, they offer it. Watt with a long 3. A 2 is no good. And Punter has it knocked away in traffic. Need a stop desperately now after turning it over. Marquez Haynes has it as much as anybody else he has done to create the chance to win with those threes in the second half. And what follows with a flush? The long three is off, and Rosa Radom have managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory again. They trail by 6. There's enough time if they can get a stop right now. Crowd think they're celebrating. There's still plenty of time here. Haynes turns the corner, takes the long two, is no good. And Harrow has it. Behind the back, spins. Little hang time for two, doesn't get the drop. And that will be it. It must be it. Haynes just needs to pass the basketball, and does. The three is gone, is good. Venezia topped the 100 points. Venezia get the win. Rosa Radom, if they're not actually out, they're as near as damn it out of the Basketball Champions League for the season. Unless results may combine to give them a chance to still progress. They lose here in Venice 102-93. And Venezia somehow, as they have done on 3 or 4 occasions already in the Basketball Champions League, find a way to win. They refuse to lose. And Rosa Radom miss an opportunity to get the win that may have kept hope their lives a hope of progression. Great game. Great effort. Punter and Harrow were immense for Rosa Radom. Great support from Zaitsev, but it still wasn't enough. And Marquez Haynes in particular, and Mitchell Watt, just guided Umana Reyer Venezia over the line. Watt had 25 points, Haynes had 18, and Orelek had 18. Nice performance by Johnson with 11. Those three are the only double-digit point guys. The numbers for both teams just respectably good across the board. Tight stats all the way. 25 assists for Venezia. They know how to share the ball. They value the ball as well as anybody in the Basketball Champions League. Orelek was good again. Watt with 25 points, 13 rebounds. Punter with 31 points. There are headline performances across this game. Watt also chipped in with 5 blocks to go with his double-double. Watt with 25, Haynes with 18, Orelek with 18. 3 guys above 20 for Rosa Radom. This is how Group C stands. After 10 games for some teams, Rosa Radom are 6 games back, and that is too many from 4th place. They will not have the chance to progress to the knockout stages on the back of Umana Reyer Venezia winning. Estudiantes won as well this evening in this group, so they put the pressure on at the top. Every other team in this group has a chance to qualify. Every other team in this group would have been hoping Rosa Radom got the upset. They didn't. Umana Reyer Venezia survived. And survive is the best way to word it. They trailed by double digits at some points in that game. De Rafael, no panic from the bench. Came up with answers. And that is an incredibly tough performance by the Italian champion club. Haynes just exploded in that second half. Always distributes the ball well. but having made no threes in the first half, came up with 3 threes in that second half. 8 assists to go with 18 points. Just a tremendous game by Marcus Haynes. His combination with what is a very productive one. Harrow's efforts to no avail in the end. What a way to start 2018 with an overtime game in Umana Reyer Venezia. And it's not just great plays, it's blue-collar plays on the glass. The referees did a marvelous job this evening. You've got to say, take the time, get the right decision, and work it out as a group. On a couple of occasions, they just did exactly that. So 3 teams did a great job this evening. Umana Venezia get the win. Rosa Radom will be using the rest of this competition for experience. And they'll get back focused on the Polish League and look for qualification for next year. Tremendous performance. Good night from Venice.